that has cured slash healed many people and many thousands of people in its time. And it's basically a very intense hydrotherapy treatment. Maybe we'll do a show on that in the future. And ginger is a part of it. And one of the main ingredients that goes into the tub during the cold sheet treatment. But if you don't want to do something that intense, you can just add a little ginger. It's antioxidant. It's good for your skin. It improves circulation, and it'll get you warmed up right away. It's a great thing to combine with cayenne pepper if you're using it to balance circulation. The old herbalists used to say, and actually the modern herbalists also say, that cayenne will drive blood outward toward the extremities, and ginger goes out and helps it come back. So that could be interpreted as saying that cayenne acts a little more on the arteries and ginger acts a little more on the veins and the return system. And either one of these alone is great for your circulation, but both of them together are even better and will balance it even more quickly. So if you're, I like to recommend this for couples. You know, usually in couples, especially people who've been married a long time, there's one individual who is cold all the time and always turning the heat up, and there's another, their partner is always hot and they're always turning the heat down and saying, why are you running up the heat bill so much? And then the other person says, were you born in a barn? Why do you like it so cold? So if they both use a little ginger tea with a few shakes of cayenne pepper, they can both balance their circulation and maybe have some fewer arguments. Though that's up to them. But this can help you. Help you? I don't know if I want to use the term "get along with," but help you be a little more in sync with your spouse or your family, whoever you're living with, your roommates. If you both drink some cayenne and ginger tea, you can both balance your circulation and enjoy a more I don't even like to use the word normal, but a more balanced body temperature. We'll put it that way. So it can be very pleasant for that. If you have a particular spot on your skin that you want to increase circulation to, or warm up, or just bring more blood in, and maybe you're a little shy of using a cayenne pepper poultice, because that can be rather intense, then you can make a ginger poultice. It's a bit milder, but it's still fairly strong. But it's not as intense as the cayenne pepper, so you can start with ginger and work your way up. Something that I like to do in the winter sometimes is sprinkle a little ginger powder inside my socks or inside my gloves, and that will bring more blood to your hands and feet and keep them warm. This is great for skiers if you do a lot of skiing or snowboarding or snowshoeing or ice fishing or any sort of winter sport, or if you just tend to get cold hands and feet. You can sprinkle some ginger, even with a little tiny bit of cayenne added to it, inside your socks or inside your gloves. And as soon as your skin starts sweating a little bit, which it will even in the cold. Take off your socks when you get home, and your feet may feel extremely cold. Your feet may be freezing, but the socks will be wet from sweat. Your body will open up and sweat, and when it opens up the pores, that ginger and cayenne will start soaking into your skin very quickly, and you'll notice it immediately, and you'll get nice and warm. I suggest doing a powder of either all ginger root or maybe 10 parts ginger to 1 part cayenne or a half part cayenne. I've had people put straight cayenne pepper right inside their socks, and it worked, but it made them do the Mexican hat dance all around the park. So, it's a little intense. It won't harm you, but this is something that you can do and maybe be a little more ready to do it again, and not be dreading the next time you're going to do it. So mostly ginger with a little tiny bit of cayenne pepper added is what I like. Or if you want, you can just do a foot bath. I don't know. Most people don't seem to have basins in their house anymore, or things they can use for foot baths, but I think they're coming back a little bit. Or you could just use a large bowl or some sort of waterproof receptacle, or a cardboard box lined with plastic if you don't have any sort of a bassinet or a basin or a large thing to soak your feet in. Just use whatever's at hand and put some ginger tea in there. Use one of or even use a couple of tea bags from a box of ginger tea and just soak your feet or soak your hands in that tea, and it'll improve your circulation. Or you can use fresh ginger or your own ginger powder in one of the reusable cotton tea bags. Those are great and very versatile. And let's see, last time I saw them, I think they were about 15 cents each at the health food store. So, they're cheap. Go load up on $3 or $4 worth of them and use them everywhere. They're great things to have around. And you can put that in your feet soak, in your hand bath, hand soap, in your bath water. Gosh, you can even have one and just rub it all over your body in the bathtub or in the shower, and really get the circulation stimulated and going. And that's a great way of enhancing the benefits of the hot water. Just add some herbs to it. Ginger is great if you're doing a sweat bath, which is basically a sauna where you drink a lot of hot herbal tea to encourage yourself to sweat. You can just do this by taking a very hot bath, as hot as you can stand it without burning, and then stay in there for at least half an hour. I like to go for an hour myself, and then drink some, about a quart to a quart and a half of ginger tea. You can also use yarrow, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, anything that encourages you to sweat, but ginger is a great one. And sweat out some toxins. This is great if you feel like you're starting to get a cold. If you just have that little uh-oh feeling like, oh dear, it's coming on. I would immediately, first thing I would do is go on a juice fast and take some echinacea. And the second thing I would do is do a sweat bath. Just a very hot bath with a lot of hot herbal tea. If you can put a space heater in the bathroom, so much the better. Be careful not to catch the towels on fire, of course, but get the room nice and warm. And I like to have a cool washcloth standing by in case I need to put it on my forehead if I get a little lightheaded. Sometimes the sweat bath can be pretty intense. Not something I would try while pregnant, by the way. You could do a warm bath with some ginger tea if you're pregnant, but I wouldn't go the full intensity. You just don't want to shock yourself while you're carrying a baby. And, anything that makes you lightheaded is probably, crossing the line a bit if you're pregnant. But if you're not, go for it. And have that cold washcloth or an ice pack standing by just in case you start feeling like, oh my, this is really a little too intense. You can just put that cool cloth on your forehead. 30 seconds, you'll be back to feeling great again and completely normal. And this has a lot of benefits, which I will tell you about right after we get back from our last commercial break of the day. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Real Coaching Radio, building a positive network.
Discover how to create your extraordinary life with personal coaching sessions and all the ongoing support you'll need to define your vision, realize success, and create your extraordinary life. Join our online Ask a Coach program and connect with one of our expert coaches in the areas of health, personal finance, relationships, personal growth, environment, career, and spirituality. Go to www.askacoach.us and register.
We all know the biggest challenge with staying healthy is putting a plan into place and sticking with it. When our life is balanced, keeping fit all seems so easy. But what happens when there's no time and life gets in the way? Staying on track means having the tools and support necessary to keep our priorities in place and maintain an unwavering commitment to a healthy lifestyle. There is a new online community with goal-setting tools and professional experts that will help us get fit and stay fit. Listen now for details from your radio show host.
For you, the listeners of Real Coaching Radio Network's live shows and podcasts, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 14-day trial to give you a chance to check out their service. We recommend The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav or another audiobook free by trying audible.com. To download your free audiobook today, go to www.audiblepodcast.com/RCRN. Again, that's www.audiblepodcast.com/RCRN for your free audiobook.
You're listening to Real Coaching Radio. Building a positive network.
Hi, and welcome back to Growing Your Health, live on the Real Coaching Radio Network with your host, Chris Lewis here. We're building positive media with your help and participation, which we love, by the way, and if you really want to participate, you can call into the show at 303-872-0503. And welcome to everyone coming in from Stickum, Blog TV, Real Coaching Radio and TV Network, Kite TV, Receive It Internet Radio, Radio Roku, and New Media Radio and TV, all of our syndication channels. Thank you for joining us. It's awesome to have you here as always. So what are some of the benefits of the sweat bath that we've been talking about? It's just a sauna with some hot herbal tea. In fact, if you have access to a sauna, you don't even need to do the bath. You can just go in the sauna and drink a lot of hot diaphoretic herb tea. A diaphoretic is just something that makes you sweat. So if you see that herb or that word, you'll know what it is. And so ginger, cinnamon, cayenne pepper, anything warming, black pepper, a nice chai if you're into chai can be a good sweat inducer, diaphoretic. Yarrow is also nice, even though we don't really think of yarrow as a hot herb or a spicy herb. It can definitely help you sweat. Dr. Christopher used it to help people sweat out toxins and actually cured quite a few cases of pneumonia, just having the person sweat profusely drinking a lot of hot yarrow tea. And he helped a lot of people come back to a state of normal health with yarrow tea. So it's a good one. But since we're talking about ginger today, we'll just say ginger because it is a good one. And you can just go into the sauna anytime you get very hot or anytime you have a fever, whether it's a natural fever or an induced fever. And the sauna or sweat bath is just an artificially induced fever. You're basically giving yourself a temporary fever, and the only thing you need to worry about is how much water you're taking in. If you get dehydrated, that's when fevers get harmful. If you're taking in enough water, you don't have to worry about it, whether it's a natural or an induced fever. And by the way, these induced fevers, what I mean is you're just raising your body temperature temporarily. It goes back down after you're out of the bath or the sauna, of course. It doesn't hang around day after day like a usual fever will, but that's controlled inside, from the inside by your body, and it knows how long it needs it. But the only thing you need to worry about is how much water you're drinking. I suggest 1 gallon a day, not only just for fevers, but also for normal every day. 1 gallon a day of distilled water is what I recommend to my clients, my friends, my family, and it's what I try to shoot for myself. Sometimes, you get a little busy, you don't quite hit 1 gallon, so get up tomorrow and get as close as you can. Don't beat yourself up. No sense in that, but get as close as you can to 1 gallon a day of water, the cleanest you have access to, and you'll see a huge difference in your health. And that's the only thing you need to worry about when your body temperature is up, is keeping the water flowing in.